So I am planning to do a daily overview of the 29th, but this one is more of just this is the last trading day of the year. Very volatile, weird, all the above. So the last video I did was a daily overview on the 28th. I'll do one on the 29th. This one's just going to be kind of a general observation,
Are we missing a?
and we're going to go into kind of the Williams Money Flow Index and then also Timing Solutions. They're both actually now in agreement. They're on the swing up, and I'm almost under suspicion that this is the scam pump. Whatever we're getting right now, this kind of accumulation to the long side is the scam pump, and we got a target, of course, but I just wanted to show just kind of how weird this is. Pretty much the target up here. Just want to show how weird it is, but the reason why that this would be the target is because it's a naked H4 breaker, and then this would make for a really good deviation. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakdown below the previous week high, or this high, whatever. And as far as what we're looking at now is this big dump was a surprise to me, and I made adjustments to my alerts to be more agile and more direct. And then we broke above, and now we changed the character. But then now today we we totally destroyed that. So now it's like ranging between these two areas, and I would say we're in the bear trap area. So my observation of today is that there was a lot of confidence on Wednesday for bears to jump in because it moved so quick. Like I bet like bears are feeling really confident right now, and I think that's kind of where it's going to trip them up, because you really got to view this from the view of traps, because it's a zero sum game. Zero sum means somebody has to lose in order for you to gain. And depending on where we close the week on, if we close the week a little up above and we reclaim this support here on the weekly support, then that bear trap worked really well. It trapped those bears. So we'll see in where we close, but we're getting really close to reclaiming back to the upside on the close of the week. And that's my suspicion, is that we break above this 15-minute breaker to the downside, and it reclaims, and the bears are going to feel really confident going in, but then it gets their face ripped off. And the reason why I make that claim is because of Timing Solutions, like almost all of them, the Decennial, the 4-year, the Q Spectrum 2, they're all in agreement. It's time to head up, and we're going to be making that march up, and around the 9th, roughly the end of the first week of January, we'll be able to kind of ascertain a possible reversal to the downside. But that in that way, it makes sense to me to sell is when people are getting bullish, and when people are bearish, like for instance Wednesday, I've heard of another trader who was short and bearish, and like most traders don't think in terms of traps. You want to do a trap, and for a long, it also makes sense that it would go down before it goes up. But figuring out where that is a little easier said than done. And the best I can do is pretty much this moving average channel for a trap, which is on the weekly. It makes it a little difficult intra week. So, and if you want to see how difficult intra week is, I refer you to this break of structure, change of character. Like we had a break of structure, then a change of character, and then that change of character got wiped out on the close, and then now we're starting to gain some support here in the range. And my bet is that we reclaim this level, and then this makes like a swing failure pattern. Deviation, bears are wrong, and then invalidation below this level, left shoulder, right shoulder, reclaim. So that's kind of how I see what's going on right now, and this is before the close of the week. So we'll see how the thesis plays out. There are no certainties. There's only probabilities. So going forward, we'll see. I mean, I'm already long and a little bit past when I should have been, but we'll see. Right now, the bears are feeling really confident. We have to see the close of the day and the week on just how confident they'll be. But yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like it's providing a lot of false confidence right now, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like to trade on Friday. It's actually set on my calendar. Don't trade unless H1, H4 break or broken, and I also have some extra conditions, like if I'm going to trade against the 15-minute breaker, which I am, wait for do like a 0.5% trade, and if I'm going to do that, and only wait until it moves to break even before going long again. But as far as like the fundamentals, the fundamentals don't look good. So right now we have a toxic cocktail for U.S. housing with tightening monetary policy, widening mortgage rate spreads, and increasing supply for U.S. housing. This blend of factors tells us the first half of 2023 will be very much like the second half of 2022. And then that's it. So he was just basically talking about housing, and then we still have 8 months of supply of housing. So his charts make it easy. I don't have to go to the Fed or anything like that. Mortgage rates high, so it's going to affect consumer cyclicals and everything else. And then Ryan Miller, he follows both the people I like. And during recession, most job losses occur in construction and manufacturing. 79% of laid off tech workers landed new jobs within 3 months. So that's interesting. And then the bullwhip effect is happening, so that's interesting as well. And that's why I stocked up. I got 3 months worth of supplies, so we'll see how long, if I even need it. But I'm really suspicious, and I'm totally thinking the bullwhip is in effect, and all the problems are related to supply chain disruption and people during COVID just being so sure that the demand's going to be hot. I mean, it is hot, but it's very mixed with the rate hikes and the demand destruction. And then Greek Fire, he's basically saying that it'd be hard to have a financial crisis with that. That a recession is very possible. I know the focus is on the consumer because 70% of GDP, because that's 70% of GDP. But recessions aren't born with the consumer. They begin in much smaller sectors. Few focus on any more and then spread to the consumer. So, I mean, if we were to just take a black hole theory, we can observe everything around the beginning in small sectors. We can see basically that housing is doing bad. We could see treasuries are doing bad. We could see that reverse repo is doing bad. Treasuries is doing bad, and we could see that the consumer is doing bad. Manufacturing and inventory is doing bad. So, I mean, black hole, we don't need to see where that begins. We just need to see evidence of a black hole, and we do. And that's, we could point to things around it and evidence that supports that. And Japanese yen increasing in strength, all those things support something's really sick in the economy right now. And I don't know when it's going to happen, but we got a target. It's January, the first week of January, at the end of that. And then if we get a pump, boom, that's the time to sell. But how it closes this Friday is very interesting. I have no idea. And currently, it's not going the way I would have thought it would go. Waiting for that reclaim. Most likely it's going to be in the end of the day. So I suspect that it's going to be choppy, and then it'll reclaim at the end of the day. So we'll see. But institutions are long, and the timing solutions is saying it's time to get ready to go long. So for Covey, I'm actually thinking about dumping longs. So specifically, so this is for all the marbles, and the way the game works is that you got to, let's see how far we're up. For all the marbles, you got, so we got 3% gain. You got to basically figure out what could go long, what could go wrong, what could go long, and basically chop it off. And then we'll re-add it later in January. And we'll just keep the same portfolio. And I'm thinking that's it. I'm thinking crypto won't move a whole lot. That's the bet. And we're going to cut those. So we're going to see what happens here, because the fragility is still there. We cut that. I think we'll be good. Now, I'm kind of curious. We need to just double check with ETH and everything, like H4 breakers, any kind of places where it would really trip us up. So we'll go here on ETH. Like, I don't know, my suspicion is that the crypto won't move too much. So let's check this out. And then we can always dump this later, because I think that it allows you to get out. So this looks like a possible gain of support. I mean, higher lows, lower highs, for the most part. Let's just figure out what's going on. It's FX Edge. Okay. So in terms of like weekly support and resistance, it's kind of coiling right now, and we're into weekly support. If anything, a swing failure pattern, we I don't know, we come up here, left shoulder, and then get back below right shoulder, and then we dump. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Now, if we break down to the H4 breakers, we got a naked H4 breaker here. Now the question is, oh, this is the wrong one. Okay. So we got a nested one, and I like to think that let's see, we broke. See, we got these kind of nests I don't like. Like, we had a nested on the S&P 500 here. It was it was all together. Like, you see the support and resistances. That's like a nest. I hate these nests, because it's very unclear where it's gonna go, and you kind of have to wait like a long time to figure out just like the direction. Right now, it looks like this is the deviation, left shoulder, right shoulder, and we're at support. We don't know yet because the day hasn't closed yet, but my suspicion is that's what it is. So it's a nice long entry, and I haven't gotten the signal that we're stopped out yet, but I think we're really close. So we'll see. And thank goodness that's a 1 micro. Yep, that's 1 micro. So I think it'll hold in there. I think we'll still hang in there. But as far as like for getting rid of longs, I think this was like a really ideal time. So let's see if it was able to get rid of the longs. It did. So now the question is, do we get rid of the shorts as well, going into the close? You know, I don't know. To restart the portfolio, do we hold it? That's a question that I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking we got to look at ETH. I'm thinking we got to look at ETH and if there's any long targets. So going back, the best kind of long target is like this daily resistance here, or this one, and I don't know, like it's difficult to say. It looks like the bull trap is in, and that's kind of my suspicions that the bull trap is in. We could do another bull trap, and stop right here, around here, and if we were to put the bull trap, bear trap here, yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know why it's so laggy. This has got the naked breaker here. Is it possible to reach this? Let's grab this level. So this says technically yes on the weekly resistance. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to roll that dice. It's really difficult. I almost want to say yeah. Like, I don't see any harm in just dumping everything, because I mean it is a restart of the month, and I don't know. We got long biases on everything. Oh, might as well just get rid of everything. All right. So we're locking it in. We're locking in the profit here. And I think this is a really good time. It's on a down candle. And I think that's it. We got to let it process, because it's like processing the order. Okay. Okay, so we dumped the portfolio, the short portfolio, and the performance on the month and week. 55% gain, pretty close to legendary, close to God status of 60% per month. We locked in the gains, so that's good. We're at 55% and then almost 100% total gain on the portfolio since November 10th. So roughly a month and double the portfolio. And I will turn on the lonely screen, but what's it called? Oh, we're still staying alive. I took some screenshots. Let's see if we can get that lonely screen up of like tweets. All right, come on. I wonder if is it better if I do it sideways? Does it do it sideways? Oh, it did it sideways. Okay. So this one. 2022 has been a brutal year for investors. This is taken from like an investor, like a value investor. You know, the S&P 500 is down 20%, the Nasdaq is down 33%, the ARK has fell 76%, 67%. Heck, we even had Vanguard total bond market drop 12%. So, in all sorts of contexts, I think I did pretty good. 55% on the monthly average gain. So that's cool. And then just some cool charts. Fastest housing slowdown on record. The red line on the left is 2022. It is the fastest slowdown. And then as far as like this is as good as it gets. It's very blurry, but on my iPhone it doesn't look blurry at all. So that's the total account progress. The bottom account was the one that was the farthest along. It was 7,000 ahead. Now it's 6,000 roughly, rounded up. So it's a little bittersweet because like whenever I got stuck in my bias, I lost like around 2,600. So if I had a 50K account, I would have wiped it out. So the 50K accounts, um, so I have a $300,000 account, and then there's the 50K account. Now the amount, like 300,000, 50,000, they're just labels. You don't really get that.
Stop. Order canceled.
It's a little deceiving. So yeah, we ended up getting canceled there. It's a little deceiving. So that's not really what you get. But the 50K account has a $2,500 drawdown, and if I would have got 50K accounts, I would have passed the evaluation, but then failed them, and having to restart over again. So having these accounts gave me a little cushion, and I made $500 per account yesterday, and I think that was just a loss right there. I think that was like $37 loss. So the goal is just to get it back. The overall progress isn't bad. I'm pretty much at the starting point. The goal is not to get in the red, but that's kind of, and we're 14 days in, and we're gonna get ready for the short poop storm that's coming. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like things I wanted to share. If anybody got to see the Chosen season 3, Jesus whispered to Lazarus in episode 3, and and then Lazarus to Mary. He was like, "What did Jesus whisper to Lazarus?" And then Lazarus to Mary, and then somebody was like, "Get more cowbell." The little cowbell boy. He played his bell for him. Bum. I just thought that was funny. But that's pretty much it. And then favorite memories for 2022 was Lionel Messi at the Argentina winning World Cup. I need to watch the replay. I didn't get to see it. I've been working a lot, but definitely a favorite memory of 2022. And another favorite memory is people making cookies. So this is a cookie, and it's in the shape of a poop emoji. So I thought that was really funny. And I think that's about it. Making pizza. So this is before I put it in the oven, and then this is a picture of it after. Oh, and I learned how to make Chicago deep dish pizzas, and that's pretty much it. So I can't think of anything else I want to share. And some Christmas cookies. Megan, stuff she made, and so we surpassed that. So we're at 55%, greater than 9% total monthly gain. So that was cool. And some crazy pictures. Here's the interest I was getting into the robot portfolio, Robot Revolution, Humans versus Robots. This is an article made by, I think, Wall Street Journal, and Prashnu Verma is the author. Warehouse robots finally reaching their holy grail moment, picking and sorting objects with the dexterity of human hands. Amazon has robotic arms that can pick and sort cumbersome items like headphones and toys before they've been boxed. FedEx has also has a similar system, which it uses some. So basically, that's kind of my reason for wanting to go into the Robot Revolution portfolio, is that this definitely looks promising going into 2034. But I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to share on the fundamental side. Is that all the above? Is that things don't look good, and we're waiting for some kind of move to get in for the short side. It might have already happened. Like, I know we just got stopped out, but yeah, whatever. I think once we break this 15-minute breaker, it'll flush itself out, and I think maybe around Monday that might happen. I think this is just a day where it's gonna be a lot of chop. It's the yearly close, and who knows where it's gonna land at. But I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. See you next video.